So today's a big day for us because we're going to get called here in a few minutes by the Eagle himself, Khabib Nurmagomedov, uh, one of my teammates at the American Kickboxing Academy, but also one of the baddest men walking the planet. This young man has won every single fight he's ever been involved in. He's won
That's
nine
crazy.
fights, eight. I mean, right? Don't you have a letdown sometimes, right? Sometimes people have letdowns. Not this dude. This dude's won every single fight he's ever been in, and I think he's 8-0 in the UFC. How has this young man not fought for a title yet?
Bad luck,
I might have rubbed off on him.
right? He's had some bad luck close to fights.
Yeah.
Injuries, few weight issues.
Yeah.
But
Probably.
he's once again zeroing in on a title shot, and he's going to join us tonight to talk about his fight with Edson Barbosa. We'll talk a little bit about the past fights, the Tony Ferguson fights that have been scheduled time and time again, and also Conor McGregor. Let's see his thoughts on that. Let's talk to Khabib about the champion of his weight class and about what his thoughts are on this whole Bellator situation.
I was surprised
let's
that
figure out.
Aldo defended him, right? Just said he was emotional.
He
I
did.
gotta be honest. I only read the headline. I didn't read the whole quote, but it said Aldo defends McGregor.
Yeah, so you kind of like you didn't fall for the clickbait, right? Because if you read the whole thing, it may not have been exactly what it was perceived, like put out there to be. But I'm sure Jose wasn't that much of a defender of Connor. He probably just said, probably was emotional because of his teammate and then moved on.
Yeah.
But if you're not careful, some of these headlines, they'll lead you astray. Last thing before we let you go, Khabib. What do you remember about when you first walked in the American Kickboxing Academy? Nick, this guy, we met Khabib Nurmagomedov from King Mo, which is the craziest thing ever because he just said that you talk too fast, and if anybody's spoken to Muhammad Lawal, it's like this guy speaks so fast, and he tells us, he goes, I got this little Russian dog. This little Russian dude's good, dog. He's gonna come train with us, dog.
Yeah,
And
you
then
remember when I come?
in
I
comes
remember.
Khabib.
You see, I remember I come to the locker room and I have T-shirt Russian wrestling team, and he say, "Who this guy Russian wrestling team?" But I don't understand English, but I understand you talk about me. I say, I am guy, I am brother from one guy who beat you. You remember this?
Yes.
And he say, "Who beat me? I am undefeated in this sport." I talk about I talk about wrestling, freestyle wrestling. You remember when you come to my hometown, like Dagestan,
I
and
do.
you wrestling with my brother, and you wrestling with my brother, and you go crazy with him. You give him uppercut. You remember this?
Give
You're
an uppercut.
crazy. This, when you're wrestling, you still boxing. And I told you, hey, this guy's my brother. He beat you. You say he's not beat me. They give him 2 points. Like you
They
remember this?
cheat. Yes, they cheat. I remember because you take out your phone and you pulled out the video.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember. I was like 16 or 17 or maybe 15 years old. I'm a small guy, and I watched this short American guy come to Dagestan, and he punched face for Dagestan guy. And I think, wow, this guy crazy. I remember this when I was a young guy, like, and after 10 years, like almost like 7, 10 years, I come to AKA and I meet you like fighter, I become UFC fighter. This time I remember you was Strikeforce heavyweight champ, and this is crazy, how time changed, how time like go fast, I remember everything you said.
Khabib, what was it though? Like was it Cain Velasquez? Like if there's a guy in this sport that you look up to, would it be Cain Velasquez, the way that he worked? I remember once you sent me a picture of a Cain Velasquez Reebok jersey because you said for you, Cain Velasquez has always been number one. Was it Cain Velasquez? Like you walk into AKA and you were like, man, this guy trained so hard, big guy. Like, if there's a guy in the sport that you looked up to, would it be him?
No, he gave me like big motivation because before when I come to American Kickboxing Academy, I know only Cain Velasquez, first of all. And I remember when I come here like first time and see how Cain is trained, like I think about how this guy become like this strong, his pressure, his heart, his boxing, his takedown, his grounded pound, everything. And I watch how this guy becomes like this. And everything, what I do, and I watch all the time, like, first couple camps, I only watch how Ken training. If you remember when you guys going to sparring, I always come to cage and watch your sparring, all 3 rounds, all 5 rounds. And I think, wow, he's heavyweight. He first round he fights with you. Second round, Todd Duffy. Third round, other guy, Luke Rockhold. After you go 5 rounds, you go with him, and he keep going all the time. And I think, wow, I want to become like Cain Velasquez, This is not about only when I watch his fight. This is about like how I watch, how he train, how he do bike tonight, how he do like how he's sparring, like everything. But this I know you jealous now, but I follow you too, brother. But I follow you too. But I don't want to talk about you like good things about you now because you hear me. But like I love you. I follow you. You like MMA hero for me too, brother.
No, but it was just, guys, it's always been Cain though, right? Because Cain was the first guy from my gym that became champion. So he made it like real, right? Like if you do what Cain did, you can get to where Cain's been. And he's always kind of been the standard bearer for all that we do. Khabib, you came into our gym a number of years ago as a young Russian kid that didn't speak any English. Nobody knew who you were. And today you're one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, man. And I know that I am honored to call you my teammate and brother. I appreciate you taking some time to sit and talk to us. Good luck on the 30th, champ. I know you're going to get the job done. Thank you, Khabib.
Thank you, brother. See you tomorrow, wrestling. Don't be late. Don't be late, you see.
All right, brother. Bye-bye.
See you, brother. Bye.
Nick, how much better has his English gotten?
No, that's amazing. It's funny because I was when you said that thing about AK, I was going to ask how that came about because I remember it was probably pretty early on when he was there. And I remember asking Bob like, "Well, how does it work?" And he's like, "Well, he kind of follows along with the training, but then he's got a couple other guys who speak Russian to him." He goes, "I'm not sure exactly what they're telling him, and I'm not sure what he's understanding of what we're doing, but he does most of what we do, and then he does some other stuff on his own." So I always wondered about that, if he came in and just did exactly the same as everyone, or just kind of looks around and doesn't understand exactly what's being said, but can just see what's going on.
Nah, man, he's a great teammate, and dude works as hard as anybody else. And honestly, for me, for my money, I believe that Khabib Nurmagomedov is hands down the best 155-pound fighter in the world. We move forward.
He did call DC out. I mean, DC was kind of looking for a compliment there, right? He was like, "But
no,
it's Cain,
I really
right?"
Wasn't.
He was just waiting for
really,
it's you, DC.
No, it's always been Cain. Like, dude,
no,
that's one thing. And I say that to people in the gym. I go, when they say, it's your gym, it's the DC show, I go, it's always been Cain. It's always been Cain because Cain's always been the first, right? Cain was the first guy to really show that everything that we have done, me and Luke and everybody else, it was always because Cain could do it, and he made it a reality. It's always been Cain, and I think we need to get Cain on the show.
We should definitely get Cain on the show. I don't know if Khabib understood my question. I was trying to say I think it's awesome that he just picks guys up and dumps them on the ground.
No,
and
he missed
them.
it.
But I think he thought I was saying, why do you just do that? Why don't you stand up?